but
Oh,
you
well.
know.
Oh, Christ! Well, that's a thing. Maybe it didn't stop him. I'm using a lot of these.
Yeah, but you have like 20 more.
That's true. And they're not... Oh, hail.
And so, like, you know, I can think I could have mentioned, like, a lot of the parts of this game I do really like, or like a lot of the concepts, a lot of kind of like bits and pieces are like, okay, yes, this is actually really interesting. And it'd be neat to see this kind of fleshed out more in a better way. It's
Right.
just it never
Really amounts
is.
to much.
Like, it's not handled well. Or like, you know, and I also said this earlier, but like, you know, Mass Effect Andromeda came out recently-ish.
Oh, yeah.
And that was under development for 5 years, right? Except then it kind of came out that like nearly all of the actual development as a game
Oh, that
had
didn't work.
happened during
Oh, Christ. I don't think I can use an item right now.
had happened in like the last, you know, 18 months or so.
Yeah, and you said that people didn't actually like...
Yeah, it was not well received. In part because it was kind of a buggy, kind of half-finished mess.
Yeah.
And
I keep forgetting you can actually escape battles by leaving the area.
Yeah.
And I forget that it's on the map.
And so it's just kind of like, whew, you know, this was under development for 10 years, and it seems like probably a lot of that was not so much, you know,
Actual development.
Actual development is like, you know, changing the engine, going from PlayStation 3 to PlayStation 4, you know,
Yeah.
rewriting a bunch of stuff,
Yeah.
and not like actually working on the game as a coherent project. So
Yeah.
just continually restarting.
I think it's kind of unfortunate that the change in direction that, you know, in basically the change in directors, I feel like that actually was affected the outcome of the story, because I feel like the story at one point was a little bit more coherent, but then it had been since disassembled and reassembled to fit other people's image, or like, you know, imagining of how it should go.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like some things were done already. I just missed something great. Thanks.
Arden was talking about how he taught these people to make demons.
Oh, great. Also, about the like Final Fantasy 13 as a AAA game, you know, being made by Square, I think the fact that they're really aiming for a AAA means that they're kind of treating it like other companies treat AAA games, which is to say, Call of Duty.
Sure.
Which is, you know, we've got to churn out, you know, a AAA game, and they can't do it nearly as much
right,
speed,
because
but they
the thing is,
just
like,
wanted to get...
Square's not as good at actually processing.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, I don't think you can with this type of game. They wanted to get it out.
I mean, I think you can, I just think they didn't.
Okay, maybe. I think that they wanted a, you know... Oh, Christ. Not anything actually surprising.
Your head more than wear a crown. Use it.
For what? What am I using it for?
I mean, this is supposed to be a maze, kind of.
Ostensibly.
Like with the locked doors around the grid up there.
Ever wonder
Shiny bit?
where demons come from? Once upon a time, they were children of nature, beasts and men. Oh, and you've killed so many.
Okay.
It's funny because I think you brought something up like that before.
Like what? Up before?
The fact that you're just murdering things just wantonly.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
Out in nature?
That's games for you.
And it's kind of like, oh, you killed a...
Oh yeah, no, so he's like, oh yeah, you killed these demons, which used to be people and you know, animals. It's like, you've killed an awful lot of people and animals too.
Yeah.
So, I'm not sure if that's supposed to be shocking, considering the number of, like, soldiers we've killed.
Yeah.
Although I guess they're golems, so...
Some of them are.
Right.
as far as I can tell.
Go back behind you.
Behind me?
Yes, you got a key card for that thing.
Oh. Oh, I see. Oh, is that really going to do that?
Yes.
It's really just going to add?
So it's like you need to get, is there a set, what's the other one? Circuit panel C1.
Let's see. Yeah,
Except the thing is, like, it shows you on the map.
Yeah, and the thing is, I'm wondering, does taking off...
I mean,
no,
I think you need C before you get anywhere.
Okay, but it literally, it's not like some of the key cards interfere with other ones.
I mean, they might. It might be a toggle, but it seems like so far it's not.
Yeah, it does not look that way.
Yes.
There's probably shiny shit around here.
Yeah, but you're probably going to have to go through every room anyway.
Oh, let's start by going through this room.
Okay. I mean...
I really... Well, what the hell do those do? Probably magic.
Probably magic.
Ugh. Ooh. Mass disappearance report. 9 days on from the mysterious disappearances in Neria Lead. Beggars belief that 812 people, an entire village, could simply vanish into thin air. In more tangible developments of demons that emerged in West Gorlea at the same juncture, 60% are confirmed escaped from military facilities. Details of the remaining 40%, however, remain inconclusive.
That's kind of on the nose.
Yeah.
What's wrong? Don't tell me you're lost.
It's like a 3x3 section of rooms of the minimap. It would be very difficult to get lost.
You'd be surprised. I have exceptional ability in getting lost.
Yeah, I've kind of noticed.
Thanks. Yeah. Vote of confidence. Admittedly, it is a problem.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything to actually look at here?
I was gonna see.
I mean, can you look at like that giant hollow viewer thing?
No,
is that just...
which is really sad.
Oh, that's like a giant ship. Oh, that's
Oh,
that ship
yeah.
that's over the city.
Yeah. Is that where Isn't that where I'm supposed to be right now?
I think that's where you're trying to get to. Yes.
Oh, right. Yeah. This is Agnatus Keep. Right. Okay. So there's actually no door. So it's probably best that I came in here because otherwise I wouldn't be able to.
Sure.
Maybe. Who knows? I can't go that direction, so we'll go back. Is there another new way that I can go?
Yes, I mean you can get down to that one where you can get into the. Like
Oh.
you can go to the room that the story is telling you to go to.
Yeah, but I can also go in here.
You could do that.
Because
You've been in there already, though.
Have I?
Yes.
Oh yeah, and then I suppose the thing will unlock this path, and then I'll have to go.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll go do that. Anyway,
Infantry units you callously dub MTs all began as babes in this very facility,
So are the golems?
imprinted with zero codes and incubated until they were strong enough to fight.
damn it, control set.
What a pity. Innocent souls fated to suffer at the hands of a foreign king. Well, not so empty after all.
Ha!
Are they?
Yeah.
So they are people. Or something.
I mean, I feel like the game is really pulling actually the monsters were people all along on you now.
Well, okay. In its defense, originality is dead.
I mean, the thing is, it's not even like
Ooh, stop. National Defense Policy. Mass production of Magitech troopers having commenced in earnest, the Imperial Defense Council approves the implementation of the following reforms. The replacement of human infantry with Magitech units, the augmenting of biological materials through cloning.
so the golem troopers are all clone people.
And or Yeah, so that's the thing I'm trying to figure out. Are they talking about making demons, as in those are the Magitech troopers?
I think demons are demons. Like,
No, I know, but you said that they're making demons.
Yes.
Is he referring to the Magitech troopers being demons?
I think he's referring to the actual, like, the Iron Giants and the bombs and all those things that spawn at
okay.
night.
Fair enough.
But I mean, the thing is, like, personally, I feel like originality is kind of overrated in that something that's well executed
Yeah,
can be a lot better than something that's, original.
fair enough.
Oh, okay.
One has tripped the other, so
You can only have two on at once. And that's what you would need to get out.
yeah.
The end.
But we all know that I want to go check that other room. So, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I
Yeah.
want to check this room right here, and
That's how you get out. So you're
Yes.
gonna go there anyway.
yep. And I've already been in this room because I went around from the other
Yes.
direction. Okay. Oh, photosensitivity and Magitech troopers. Plasmodia-based biological weapons that exhibit an acute aversion to light. Their cellular structure breaking down within moments of exposure. Okay, so
That's why you only see the demons at night.
yeah, as the cells are converted to benign molecules, there is no inherent danger, even should such a reaction occur. Lightproof armor prevents a simple yet effective solution to the
And so
problem.
that's why the soldiers are wearing armor.
And so they are demons.
Yes.
Cool.
They're just...
To explain the creepy glowing eyes. And I've been
Been
through
in
here
here
already.
too. Yes, because this is where you got the other
Yeah.
key card.
Interesting. Yep. Okay. Oh, the eyes are still glowing. Sad face. That's kind of depressing. What do you want to bet that I'm going to pick this up and something's going to happen?
Who knows? Or it could be nothing. Is there really nothing you can actually look at here?
No,
there
there's
you go.
something. Military applications of mutative plasmodia. In light of large sample size, the test results can be considered conclusive. Commonly occurring parasitic protozoa are the agents of demonification. These findings pave the way for weaponization of demons, and the first step involves finding a means to control mutated organisms. This report recommends Minister of Research Versdale Besithia submitted detailed budget requests for the Deathless project. Ooh, creepy.
So it's midi-chlorians. You got midi-chlorians to turn people into demons.
No, and you're fired.
I mean,
You're fired.
parasitic protozoa.
Yeah, I guess. I think with midi-chlorians, they were going for something along the lines of... yeah, I guess. All right. Okay, you win.
And the thing is, like, I'm not even necessarily opposed. Like, he does kind of fit with the themes of this amazing, the themes of this game, where it's like, yeah, actually, all of this weird magic stuff has a scientific basis, right? Because, like,
Well,
that is kind of what they're
any
going
sufficiently advanced technology, blah, 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 blah,
for.
blah.
Right. But the thing is, the thing,
But at the same time, there's a fucking ring that kills people.
right, the distinction between science and magic in a story is that science gets rules to explain how it works.
Yeah.
Or, aesthetically, it gets a different kind of gloss.
Yes.
You get technobabble instead of,
No, I can't get over there
fate.
every time.
Yeah, you have to turn off A and turn on B.
Yeah. Okay.
And, like, that's fine, but again, it's, I don't know. It's not great.
Yeah. I don't know. Again, with the AAA games, I feel like I feel like it was the higher ups from. Did we?
No.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. West Grelia Quarantine Report. Including cases around the village, the number of missing now stands at 1,657. Early reports of the MRF attribute from the MRF attribute. Oh, God damn it! You want to try this one?
Early reports from the MRF attribute the disappearance to an infectious disease, and investigations continue as regards to a potential connection to the demon outbreak. At the time of writing, the quarantine of Australia is complete, and other sectors remain infection-free. So it's that parasitic protozoa that's turning people into demons.
Apparently. Interesting. Oh. Shiny bits? Things I can look at? Shiny bits? Things I can look at? Nothing.
Is there something by the other desk, maybe?
This desk over here?
Yeah.
Let's see. I see nothing. There's nothing. There's enemies. Okay.
I guess the thing that I kind of don't really like about the people turned into demons thing is that like that doesn't ever change anything, because it's not like Noctis is like, oh, I can't kill them now, I have to try to find a cure for demonization.
Yeah.
You know, like it changes nothing. It's just like you should feel bad for doing this thing. Or
guess.
like
Fascinating tidbit
Yeah.
about your dear Prompto.
He's dead?
What?
Turns out he's not empty either. He's got quite the skeleton in his
so
closet.
you're saying Prompto's a skeleton.
And he has a closet. Yeah, I saw it. I'm just gonna wait for that.
Wait for the dialogue to end.
Alright. North Greeley quarantine. Jesus Christ. Quarantine.
Do you want me to
report.
do this one?
Let me give it a shot, and then,
Okay.
when I screw up at least 3 times, you can go ahead. The infection has since manifested in 5 adjacent sectors and threatens to reach epidemic proportions. Its spread is invariably accompanied by the appearance of demons, and the likelihood cannot be ignored that the pathogens are demon-born. So, demons beget demons.
Sure.
Quarantine has been expanded to encompass all areas where the creatures are found.
Epidemic proportions. That can't be good.
Well, it could be good, but it's probably not. I mean, you could have an epidemic of fun. But, Ooh. Magitech Research Facility Damage Report. Following their outbreak in the north and the west, demons have swept through the MRF, causing extensive damage to equipment. Control was subsequently lost over unprogrammed MTs, and strategies are being deliberated on the collection of rogue units. Meanwhile, 125 infected patients undergoing testing at the facility have vanished in a manner reminiscent of the first disappearances.
All the patients up and disappeared? That makes no sense.
Because they're demons and they teleport away.
Apparently. Because they can't stand light. It's the same stuff, right?
Yeah, probably. I mean, you could buy more elixirs or whatever.
That is true. I don't have very much money at all.
Right. I mean, then again, you do have like 20 of everything important.
Yeah.
So
So let's just leave it right there.
super necessary.
I'm gonna have to do a thing where I get some extra money at some point.
Right.
Somehow.
Are we past the point of return for teleporting back in time?
Is there?
I don't know. I mean, I think we lock out of it now because we're in this section.
Yeah. I don't think there
But-
actually is a point of no return for that. I think that whole point of having a point of return.
Right, is that there is no point of no return.
Yeah. Exactly. Then again, there could be like final dungeon sort of thing. There are
Right.
16 chapters, right?
I think maybe the last one is just an epilogue though. So that's like the new game, or not the new game plus, but like the post game stuff.
Is there an actual new game plus?
I have no idea.
Is that I would prefer that. That would be very nice. Very, very nice. All right. Let's just rest up, and I guess we'll give it a save too.
Sure.
Got some experience, not very much.
Did not get to fish.
No, seriously. Alright, cool. Anyway, the whole point that I was trying to get to, but I feel like the game's developments are being like very much pushed from the top.
Yeah,
Like we need you to make another game.
Yeah, I mean that's game dev for you.
Where as opposed to another situation was like, okay, you know, people who develop story are like, okay, we have an idea for this game. But I don't think that it's been like that for a while.
I don't think it ever I don't think development for a corporation with a publisher is ever done
Like
in any way aside from at the behest of the publisher's demands, you know.
Fair enough.
There is the dream of
But
kind of the dev team being like, no, we need more time to finish this game.
Well, I mean, then the argument is how do you get a publisher to develop a new IP?
They're basically willing to take that risk.
Well, I mean, it has to be proposed.
Yeah, but even then, there's development. I am not an industry insider, so I cannot give concrete information here.
Yeah.
But my understanding is that you give them a pitch,
Yeah.
and sometimes the pitch is just this is like all of those other games, but ours. You know.
Longer. Okay, sorry. Anyway, continue.
And that these things are not necessarily the publishers are never oh, we really would like this game to exist. It sounds really cool and neat. They're can you give us a good expectation of return on investment? And can you really develop this with this scope in this given amount of time?
Fair enough.
And kind of Square being the giant company that it is,
The giant hulking lumbering beast.
Access to level 5.
can kind of afford to take risks, but mostly what they've done is kind of struggle to handle struggle to handle development, taking longer and longer and taking more money and all that. Yeah.
28th. 6. Or VI. More than half the keep's inhabitants are now demons. There's no hope of neutralizing them. Not with control lost over the MTs. Outside, the city storms with yet more demons. Former citizens. There's no escape. What?
Guess everybody's demon now.
Oh.
I mean, that would explain why the city is so empty.
That would. And why it's full of demons.
Yep.
I thought it was just this area, Oh, okay, so this is...
Oh, so yeah, there are 4 of these we've missed.
Apparently. Either that or we're going to get them backwards. The infected aren't disappearing. They're turning into demons. We failed to see this defies belief, yet dwelling on it avails us not in the face of demon threat. Though of human origin, they're unlike the specimens bred for MTs. They cannot be controlled. I wonder if there are more in that other room. Probably not. I feel like we looked around.
Yeah.
Or down the hallway we came.
Right.
Maybe in this room.
We're just further on.
Or just further on.
Or way back for...
Or
really
way back, yeah. Either that or they just forgot to number those other things. Every time! God damn it.